Hi, Boundary Breakers. We're here today to talk about something different besides wine. And so today Bruce is going to tell us about a book that he's read, which has made a big impression on him.
Okay.
What's that book, Bruce?
So the book is called The Worst Hard Time. It was published back in 2006. And what made me remember this was a comment by the author of a book on the 1918 flu, who said that most of the time we write books about what people do to people and not what nature does to people.
Right.
But this is a book about what nature did to people in the 1930s and what we've come to know as the Dust Bowl. What do you know about the Dust Bowl?
Where did the Dust Bowl happen?
So the Dust Bowl was in the kind of the southern central part of the United States. Oklahoma was the sort of the heart of it. We know about it from a book by John Steinbeck called
The Grapes of Wrath.
The Grapes of Wrath, yep.
Right.
And I think Of Mice and Men might have been related to that period. But in terms of really being a cultural kind of touchstone, we don't really know too much about the Dust Bowl.
Went on for a long time too, didn't it?
Through most of the 30s, from like 1931 to 1939, and the thing about it was
so concurrent with the Depression.
Yeah, so it was on top of the difficulties in the Dust Bowl, there was also the Depression.
Right.
Too, yeah. And so, I mean, what makes it interesting now is that we're in the middle of a situation where nature is sending a message about, you know, what the interface between nature and humans is.
Right, right.
In this case, in the 30s, there were a combination of things going on. Number one, tractors were suddenly cheaper to buy. You could till the land more efficiently.
Right.
The demand for crops was higher. There was a real rush to be as productive as possible. What people didn't understand is that when you deeply till the ground, you turn it over with plows, and then you have a drought, and that dirt becomes dust, and the wind blows
away.
You get a dust bowl.
Right.
And this was really, really powerful. Now, what makes this book so interesting is the guy that wrote it really tells this story as if you were there. So reading the book feels as relentless as being right there in the Dust Bowl at that time.
Although it's not fiction, it's
no.
Right. I just opened it up and read a little bit about the insects that came out during that time. It was
punishing. It was punishing.
Yeah. Right.
And you know, we've got not just a flu pandemic going on. There are other instances where we look at how nature and humans kind of connect or not connect, and we're facing that ourselves now more than any other time in our lives, and we're trying to manage that. But books like this, I think, help guide decision making and priorities.
Right.
And so it's worth reading.
Right. And the name of the book again?
The book is The Worst Hard Time. The author is Tim Egan. Listen, I don't know Tim Egan. I know he's been a reporter. This is an unsung hero, and this guy, because he's written a magnificent book, and it deserves to be read. The Worst Hard Time.
So, Boundary Breakers, if you have a great nonfiction book you'd like to share with us in comments, we'd love to hear about it, and maybe we can talk about it with you later.
Great.
Keep up the good work, everybody.